Ladies, you gotta stop saying this nonsense. You have to. It's never going to happen.
Customers wasted no time consoling a woman in tears.
Oh, thank God it's the last one.
But how will people react if it's a man getting emotional in public?
I'm sorry, sir. We don't have this in a small.
That's not gonna work. I really needed that dress.
Immediately, Austin struggles to draw much concern from the other customers.
Man, have you ever had one of those days where just like everything is just like not going your way?
Oh yeah? Is that your day?
Yeah. I was planning on getting a dress for my girlfriend and they don't have it. I know it's
stores here.
I know it's really minor, but it's just like all the things just kind of add together.
Uh-huh.
Can I help you find another dress?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
While this next customer doesn't check in on Austin, she does follow up with our actor playing the manager.
Have any? Did he say something to you?
No, he's just acting kind of weird. So I just want to make sure.
Oh,
you
yeah, no,
girls
we're
are
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
okay,
you.
Yeah.
Why did she approach an employee?
These are some young ladies, and they're here by themselves, and just to make sure that they're safe. I didn't see them crying, though. I just saw them over there, sitting there.
So far, when Austin starts crying in public, most customers keep to themselves.
Women keep talking about how men need emotional availability. They need to be emotionally available. It's not going to happen. And it's not good when it does happen on a wide enough scale. Okay? There's no benefits. Well, let me explain why men are not okay with crying, because women will say, oh, it's okay if you cry in front of me. I mean, first off, why do you want why do you want men to cry so bad? Why do you want us to cry so bad? It doesn't make any sense to me. Men can't cry in front of women. We can't cry, period. It's not good. Let me explain why, okay? When men cry, people freaking laugh, okay? Plain and simple. Think of what that does to your mentality. Every time you cry, people laugh. You're going to stop crying if that continues, aren't you? Right? Doesn't that that's just human nature. If there was a button and every time you pressed it, somebody would come and punch you in the face, how many times are you gonna press that button? You're going to stop, right? Unless, of course, you're a freaking sadist or a masochist. You're a glutton for punishment, right? You're going to stop pressing that button. Right. So that's what happens to men, because when we cry, people laugh. Girls laugh and guys laugh. Okay, let me tell you a story about when I was young. I'm an INTJ, right? So we're not very emotional people. Although it might seem like I'm very expressive in these videos, I can assure you I am not like this all the time. I'm very quiet and very staid, very hard to read. Okay, but anyways, this is a story and this is basically how I stopped crying, period. So when I was younger, I was getting bullied by my 3 older sisters. My life is hell. 3 older sisters, right? 3 of them. Older sisters. All older. Picking on me. And women like to play like they're innocent. You're not innocent. When you're in positions of power, you abuse it just like anybody else. So I had 3 older sisters. They all picked on me, right? And they were calling me Chimera Ball. And I didn't even know what that was. I didn't even know why they were calling me Chimera Ball at the time. It turns out, I asked them years later, I was like, why the hell were you guys calling me Chimera Ball? Because they would laugh at it. They would laugh about it. And they still laugh about it till this day. They would call me Chimera Ball, right? And I found out it was because of a Tom Cruise movie I didn't even watch. It's because I think it was Mission Impossible, and something had to do with some disease, and it was called Chimera. And they would call me Chimera Ball. And they would laugh, right? And that would make me feel bad, right? When I was younger, I couldn't have been older than... This was back at the house, so... Yeah, I couldn't have been old. I was definitely not older than 12, right? But they would call me Chimera Ball. And then I remember I went to my father. My father walked into the room, said, what's going on? And my sisters were laughing at me. And I explained to him what happened, what was going on. And he just laughed at me too. He joined in. My father joined in and laughed at me and started calling me Chimera Ball. And from that moment, you know what? Maybe that's why I'm an INTJ. Maybe I am damaged deep down. After a while, you realize that crying is not in your best interest as a man because you don't get anywhere. You see, when women cry, everybody goes to comfort them and say, "Oh my God, how are you feeling? Oh no, is everything all right?" Even I, as an INTJ, will be like, "Are you okay? Can I help you?" Everybody goes to immediately comfort women. It's not the same with men, and this isn't even about crying. This is just in general. When you see a woman on the street and she's struggling, I'll go and ask if she needs any help. Men will just go and offer help. I remember my mother, we were going somewhere and her car broke down. And then, 20 minutes later, there's 3 men helping her and she's getting jumper cables and hooked up to his car and is charging her battery. And men have honor, bro. Men have honor. And they will help women. Women are not the same. And men don't give a damn about it. My father, again, he joined in the laughter, as he should. That's what a father should do. It makes you strong. It makes you strong. That's why I don't cry. I don't break down easy. It's very difficult for me. I have to force myself to cry. The last time I cried naturally without forcing myself to cry was when this little Indian girl passed away. That was the last time I cried naturally. And I'll never forget her name. Her name was Ria Rajkumar. And that was not a hostage situation. It was an Amber Alert. It was an Amber Alert here in Canada. And what had happened was it was her 11th birthday, and her and her mother had the tragic story with this little Indian girl. And her father kidnapped her, and anyways, I'm not going to go into it. But that was the last time I cried, and I don't even know how long ago that was. That was the last time I cried naturally. But another reason why men can't cry, well, I've already said it. People laugh. And any guy that, it doesn't matter how much you want it, ladies, because we're going to stop it. Any guy I see cry, I'm going to laugh at him. I will laugh at him. I want you guys to think about this. I want you to really, 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 really think about what I'm saying. When men cry, people laugh. Think about the internet. Think about all the crying memes. Are the crying memes of women? Women crying isn't funny to people, but men crying is funny to people, okay? Every time you see a guy crying on TikTok, I laugh. I don't care who it is. Any guy that is crying, I laugh. I can't tell you how many times. There was a time on TikTok where that freaking Vince McMahon crying meme was going around. Every time I saw it, I freaking laughed. It was so hilarious. Every time he's just there, he's like, Michael Jordan is a crying meme. We laugh. Everybody laughs at crying men. This is why men don't cry. This is why men don't be vulnerable. It doesn't go well for us. The reception is not well received, okay? So enough of this emotional availability. Because the truth is, women join in on the laughter. But even if they didn't, there will be men like me who will laugh and discourage it, and he'll stop crying, and there's no way you're getting around this. It's not going to happen. We can't let it happen, because if we let men become soft like that, when the Russians and the Chinese come, well, I'm not fighting anymore anyway, but I can't be in the trenches with no dude crying. I'd be like, what the hell are you doing? Get up and go over the hill. I'd force him to go first, or I'd hide behind him. That's the way it goes. You can't have no crying men on your team.